all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, Blueberry, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show. Here, friend of the show, ETSU Coach D. Forbes out of the Southern Conference. The Bucks go to the big dance one more time. Coach, what's up with you guys up there in the Tri-Cities area? You there, Coach?
On again. It's pretty status quo right now. It's been an interesting day, after being told we were going to have fans. We're going to meet with the team today and then start practice. We haven't had practice since we won the tournament, but we're excited to be in the tournament.
Yeah, Coach, I know you guys had a tough three-day battle out there, man. How are your legs against Wofford? Because you played VMI in Western Carolina, and Warren Prosper's team plays very fast, kind of like how you guys do. So how are those legs on day 3 against Wofford to get that job done there?
I thought we were in great shape. Wofford was actually probably the one that was tired. They had to play 4 games, and so I'm sure they ran out of gas. And, the game against Western Carolina was a fast-paced game, but we really jumped on them early, and it really wasn't ever really a close game, so I was able to play a lot of people. We won, by over 20 points, and so good shape going into the championship.
Yes, indeed. And I noticed that when you played Western, you jumped in pretty early. Because I said to myself, well, coach's team, because you saved some energy there because you jumped early. You got to play a lot of guys and get these guys at tournament experience because, you never know in a tournament situation where you might need a guy down the road. So giving a few minutes here or there, even against Western Carolina in a blowout situation, will help a young man if you may need him come time to the big dance time here next week.
That's exactly back from an injury. We're 9 deep. You know, we played 9 players consistently, double-digit minutes pretty much the entire tournament. And so I think that's going to be a big strength for us going into the NCAA tournament is we can go so deep. We can play different ways. We can play big. We can play small. We can play Jerome and 7-foot Lucas Gasson together, or we can play Bo Hodges or Bonnie Patterson at 6'4" at the 4. It just kind of depends on the matchup. But I agree. I think having depth and having some experience, a lot of experience during the tournament is very helpful.
And, Coach, the motivation with your guys for playing Wofford, because you guys played you tough both times this year. And, you know, I know that means you had your attention in the scouting reports and film session and the walkthrough, because you know this team can beat you. If a play here or there goes the right way, they can beat you. And Jay McCauley does a great job over there. But your guys are locked and loaded, man. I saw it in their eyes watching it on TV there. Man, they was going to get that job done no matter what for you in the Bucks program.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Jay. He did a really nice job in his first year, especially after they lost 7 in a row. You know, he kept the team together and got them to the championship. And the one thing that we were able to do, though, all year long against them in the 3 games is defend them on the 3-point line. They never made more than 6 threes against us. And, you know, I felt like going into each game, if they made 10 or more, they could beat us. If they didn't, but we concentrated on, you know, was making them beat us 2 by 2 instead of by 3s. And I thought the strategy worked out pretty well. And, you know, we came out early in the game on Monday and popped them in the mouth with 11-2 run, but then they came back and tied the game up. And, you know, it was a 5-point game at halftime. And a lot of our problems that we were having, they were scoring off our turnovers. And once we quit turning the ball over, we only had a couple turnovers. I thought our defense was really locked in. You know, and we got the lead up to 20, and it really kind of handily won the game.
And as I watched the whole tournament, Coach, I saw this effort from Trey, Isaiah, and Damian, your top 3 guards there, giving a great effort, playing heavy minutes, leading the team. You never know which night the guys are going to jump in and do their thing, because Damian was playing well against VMI and Western, and then Trey comes in against Wofford and does his thing, man. So talk about those 3 young men. I felt they're the glue to your program. They're there, the key to ignition right there, gets everybody else going in the right direction.
Well, you're right. And, you know, the key to our team all year long is that, you know, we're one of like 2 teams in the country that we had 8 different leading scorers this year on our team in a game. 8. And you just said 3 of them, you know, Davey and Trey and Pun, or Isaiah, I'm sorry. His nickname's Big Pun. You like that?
Yeah, no doubt.
They play outstanding. You know, he was the MVP of the tournament. He's also the best defender on our team and probably our most valuable player. You know, Davian, like you said, in the first 2 games, of the tournament against VMI in Western Carolina, he only missed 2 shots. You know, he was playing at a really high level, and Trey's our leading scorer. And Trey didn't really start till, mid-January was when we lost to Mercer. I changed the starting line. It was coming off the bench the entire year, leading us in scoring. So it just goes to show you, you know, these guys really care about winning. They don't really care about stats because we've had so many different people lead us in scoring this year.
And, Coach, you kind of led me to my next point about you lost to Mercer. They came in your place, which rarely ever happens, and gets a win. But Greg Gary, first year down there at Mercer, doing a great job there. That program will be on the rise real soon. But after losing that game, I feel like that was a key point for you guys, because you guys go on a 12-game winning streak. After that happens, they come in place and win. So did that loss to Mercer kind of trigger something with you guys? You you changed the lineup after that game as well. So it's like something really clicked with your young men 12 in a row, because you can't win 12 in a row in the SoCon without you guys being locked and loaded and being on point with each other. So what was about that game losing to Mercer that triggered everything to right now?
Well, you know, like you said, I agree. I really like Greg Gary. I think he's going to do an outstanding job. They came in here, Bossman, and they popped us in the mouth at home, which you're right. You know, we lost 1 home game all year. We probably, in the 5 years I've been here, I think we've lost 12 home games. But they beat us. And what I felt like was we were really having a hard time scoring. You know, we lost Jerome Rodriguez, who was arguably our best player, you know, a SoCon Player of the Year candidate in January. He had a stress fracture in his foot, so he was out till the end of the season. And so we had more of a defensive line starting the game. We had Bonnie Patterson, Pat Good in there. So after we lost to Mercer, I just felt like we were struggling to score, and so we put Davey and Trey in the starting lineup, and Pat and Bonnie came off the bench, and we took off. We got off to a better start in most games offensively, and yeah, we've won 12 in a row since, and that's a credit to those players. And when you lose, you got to figure out why, and you got to be accountable, and you got to look in the mirror, and you got to try to make adjustments, and I thought we did a good job of that.
And, Coach, it's the second time in your tenure at ETSU you guys going to the big dance. And that makes you feel good for the fans up there in East Tennessee who cheer for you guys like no other, man, to go back there. And you're going to be scary to play. I can tell you now, coaches have told me off the record they don't want to play you. So I know that already. As your team is scary. So talk about that for you guys. Second time so you've been at ETSU in your 5 years going back to the big dance here.
And listen, Bossman, the last two games here against Furman and Western Carolina, we had complete sellouts at 6,177 people. We went down to Asheville for 3 games and took over 5,000 fans to each game. So,
wow.
To show you, I mean, these people are on fire about about basketball. They've always loved basketball here, but now they're at a whole different level, and that's exciting for our fans, and it's exciting for our players. We don't have a player on our team that's played in the NCAA tournament, and so they have worked really, really hard to get to this point. I mean, it started in June. We went to Europe in August. We did a really good job in the 9 conference. We beat LSU handily on the road. We went through the SoCon 16-2, and then we won the tournament. So they're ready, and they're excited, and it's a great time, to be a part of our program right now.
And a 30-win season at mid-major school, Coach, that's very rare. 30 wins, mid-major school. I mean, man, you're doing some big things up there in Johnson City, Coach. You can't beat that kind of numbers. 30 wins and SoCon, you're the man.
30 is a big number, and to put it in perspective, the Southern Conference has been in existence for 100 years this year. And early in the Southern Conference, North Carolina State, West Virginia, a lot of high major teams were in the league. In the 100-year history, there's only 4 teams that win 30 or more games. That's North Carolina State, Wofford, and us. And Wofford did it last year. But we're the only team in the history of the Southern Conference to go into the tournament with 30 wins. And I've been very fortunate. I've been on some great staffs with some great players. And this is the 6th time in my 31 years that we've won 30 or more games. And I'm just telling you, when you do that, you have a great, and you got because that's a number to get to.
And, Coach, if my numbers are correct, you're the winningest coach since you've been in Tennessee of the last 5 years. You're the winningest coach in Tennessee. If I think that's correct, you've won more than Belmont's won, Austin Peay, and all the rest of them in the state. So I think you are the school most wins in the state. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know we got the most wins of all the schools in the state. We how it goes in recruiting. Sometimes you got to use those type of things, but great staff. Jason Shea's been with you for 12 years. Brooks Savage, 11. B.J. Mackey in year 3. Frank Davis, year 3. Those guys are all big time, and without them, we couldn't be where we're at. And then we've had, really good players. As I've told you before, really good players make really good coaches, and it's all about the players. And so it's a credit to them. It's a credit to our university and the support that we get, and from our president, Dr. Brian Noel. He's probably the biggest basketball fan that there is, and so it all kind of goes together when you do things like that.
And your conference, Coach, 7 schools over 500 with at least 17 wins, and 4 of them 20 or better. What you guys have in 30. So that shows you how tough your conference was to win this conference the way you guys did with 7 schools over 500 with these 17 wins. It to me shows how the accomplishment even more than what you accomplished because the league was tough from top to bottom.
There's no question, and it's as deep as it ever has been. Last year it was top heavy. We had 4 teams with 24 or more wins. This year, you just said, okay, we won it. Furman was really good, Greensboro. But now you have Western Carolina, Mercer, and Chattanooga stepping to the forefront. I mean, Wofford finished 7th in our league. Winning 30 games to go 7th in the league. And you saw Chattanooga. They would have made the tournament. They would have played us in the championship game had Storm Murphy made a last second shot, to beat them in the semifinals. And so Coach Paris has done a really good job. Mark's done a great job at Western. Greg obviously done a great job at Mercer. I mean, the league's getting better and better and better and better. And hopefully someday we'll get a little for our league than what we've been getting.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach Forbes, hey, I'm happy in the tournament, man. I'll be definitely cheering for you. I know you're going to scare the hell out of somebody. I know that already. So I look forward to seeing who you draw, who you scare, man. Hopefully you get the job done for the SoCon and the Bucks, man, Tennessee as a whole, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bossman, we can make it to the second weekend. We'll have another conversation. How about that?
We sure will, Coach. You know I'll be looking for you. You know I will. Well,
right,
Coach,
man, I appreciate you having me on.
Anytime, Coach. Have a good one. Talk to you real soon, buddy.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay.
Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.